A person is sitting on a wheelchair whose body was completely lifeless, but the mind was many times more powerful than a common man. Stephen Hawking. When he was 21 years old, the doctor found that he has an incurable disease, said that Stephen would be alive for at most 2 years. But with his strong will, he proved the doctor's prediction to be false. Stephen Hawking is regarded as one of the most brilliant scientists of the world. He made groundbreaking discoveries in physics and cosmology. Must watch this video till the end. You will know such things about this great scientist that will really surprise you. 20 facts. Number 20. There is a great association associated with the birth and death of Hawking. On January 8, 1942, 300 years after the death of the great scientist Galileo Galilei, Stephen Hawking was born. And on the birthday of Albert Einstein, the world's greatest scientist, Hawking died. The amazing thing is that all three of them were the greatest scientists of their time. Number 19. During an interview given in 2010, he was asked, "What advice would you like to give to your children?" Professor Hawking replied that, "I would like to give three advice to my children. Here first, remember, always look up the stairs, not down at the feet. Second, never stop working because work gives you meaning and purpose of life, and without work, life is empty. Third, if by luck you ever find your love, never give up." Number 18. Stephen was a mediocre student. In 2010, he said that he could not even learn to read until he was 8 years old. And he was a lazy student from his grade school till he went to Oxford. Number 17. Despite being a mediocre student, Stephen was called Einstein in his school days because he had an amazing understanding of the space-time universe. Number 16 was an interview which was published in the British newspaper The Guardian. During this interview, Stephen Hawking said that our brain is a computer and this computer stops working when its components fail. This is called death. And the beliefs that there is a life even after death, heaven, etc., all these beliefs are meant to comfort people from the fear of death. Because human beings are afraid of the thought that after death, my consciousness, what will happen to my personality? Number 15. Hawking said that we were all free to believe in whatever we want, and my clear view is that there is no God. This universe is not created by any God, or no one writes our destiny, and that's the thing. Leads to me a deeper feelings there is no heaven and there is no life after death. We have only one life to understand and appreciate this grand design of the universe, and for which I am very grateful. Number 14. Pope John Paul of the Catholic Church did not support Hawking's words because both the ideology was different from each other. Pope John Paul said that there should not be any argument on how this universe was created and who created this universe. It is clear that God created it, whereas Professor Hawking used to say that only science can explain how this universe was created. He said that we should all be thankful for the laws of physics, for our life, and for our existence in this world. Number 13. Stephen Hawking believed that there could be creatures on other planets other than our world. He once said that even this infinite universe, it seems that aliens would really be there, but we should not try to contact with them. It is dangerous for us. Stephen Hawking warned that aliens can do great damage to the earth for resources. Number 12. In 2010, Stephen Hawking said that if aliens ever visit our world, the result will be something like what happened when Columbus landed on American soil. Number 11. Stephen was already quite famous in the scientific community, but he actually came to the attention of the common people when his science book, A Brief History of Time, was published in 1988. Created panic in the world and became the best-seller book of his time. 150 stayed in the New York Times bestseller list for weeks and breaking all records. This book has been in the British Sunday Times bestseller list for 237 weeks. More than 1 crore copies has been sold. Number 10. Professor Hawking said that he had always seen a dream that he would write such a book on science that common people could understand easily. In this book, A Brief History of Time is on cosmology, and he has written on topics like Big Bang and black holes. Number 9. Professor Hawking has co-authored several science books for children with his daughter Lucy. The books center on a boy named Josh who travels across the universe to learn about the universe. Number 8. Despite being such a great scientist and his groundbreaking discovery, Stephen Hawking never won the Nobel Prize. Number 7. Stephen Hawking was not only a famous scientist, but he has also appeared in many TV shows such as Star Trek, Simpsons, and The Big Bang Theory. Number 6. In an interview given to BBC, Professor Stephen Hawking had said that his long-time desire to travel in space was fulfilled in 2007 when he was taken to the first space shuttle to be a scientist and made Stephen experience zero gravity there. Professor Hawking remained weightless for about 4 minutes. Number 5. Stephen Hawking, while talking about the end of the world, said that artificial intelligence, the nuclear bird, pandemics, epidemics, climate change, and increasing population are all the reasons that will lead the world to the end. Hawking said that I think the human race has 1000 years to maintain its existence. Until the earth is not fit for human existence, then we need to find another planet like Earth. Number 4. In 1963, when Stephen was 21 years old, the doctor told him that he had a terrible, incurable disease called motor neuron. Death occurs within a few months or years. When the doctor came to know that Stephen had this disease, then the doctor told him that he would not be able to live more than 2 years. But Stephen had his willpower. With the help of willpower, the predictions of the doctors proved to be false. He lived more than 50 years. After the illness, he gradually became completely crippled. Only his brain was alive. Number 3. Due to illness, Stephen's body became completely lifeless. He could not neither write or speak. But after this, he wrote many books. He wrote with the help of his speech synthesizer. He had a speech generating device with the help of which he could smack his cheek. He used to type words by the company of muscles. Stephen could talk to people with the help of this device, even though he was full, lifeless, his body. Number 2. Stephen Hawking was British, but the computerized synthesizer, his speech synthesizer, had an American accent. Stephen's speech generating device were improved from time to time, but he never allowed the computerized voice with the American accent to replace him. He loved that voice very much, and people used to connect with him, and the voice had become so famous that one could easily tell that this Professor Stephen Hawking was speaking by listening to him a little bit. Number 1. When a person used to go to meet Stephen Hawking, it was true that he was going to meet a person who can only be called mind, not body. But when the person stood in front of him and talked to him, he knew that he was a person. Meeting such a wonderful person who does not need anyone's sympathy, help, or kindness. But in spite of sitting on a wheelchair, he can do all the work, even he is able to help in others' work. Despite being completely handicapped, this great scientist proved that if a person has complete faith in himself, then he can do anything. He once said, "Last 49 years I am guessing to die. I am not afraid of death, but I am in no hurry to die because I have to do many things in my life before I die." Thank you so much. If you like this video, then definitely like and share, comment, and tell what is your opinion about this great scientist by subscribing to this channel to see such amazing videos related to history. Place the bell in the video. Thank you for watching.